Hi, everyone. It's Lydia with Lydia's Laptop Life, and that is an online business. And today I have my mentor, Diem Nguyen, here with me as my guest, and we're going to talk about why she entered into an online business for herself and why I entered and wanted an online business for myself. And actually, Diem is the one who introduced me to this online business. She's my mentor. So, hi, Diem.
Hi, Lydia. Thank you to having me on your page today.
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad that you're here. So, I want to tell everybody that um, Diem and I, we our native languages. Mine is English and hers is Vietnamese, and she does really well speaking English, but she's a little nervous. So y'all give her a break because we're gonna try to do this in a second language. And I have to say that I lived in Italy one time, and I had to speak another language to get along. And I respect anyone who tries to learn a new language and then has to live learning the new language. It's really hard to do. So I totally respect everything that you're able to communicate here today. So you're going to do just fine, and I'm going to help you along the way. So you don't worry one bit. Okay.
Thank
Um,
you.
you're welcome. So, now I want to just share with everybody real quickly. We're going to try to make this like a quick 15-minute conversation. We may go over, maybe shorter, but basically, we just want to talk about why we are doing an online business. Like, what are the pros and cons of doing an online business? And why did we select this particular business? So, I'm going to ask DM some questions so she can share with you all what were some of the reasons that she got into her particular online business. So, DM, do you want to just kind of give us a little introduction and tell us a little bit about your background, and then tell the story about why you decided you needed to start looking for alternative options for the future?
Sure, yes. My name is Diem Nguyen. I'm come from Vietnam. I come to the United States 2001, and the first I come and I try to do something quickly. That's why I learned to do nail to pay the bill. And then I thought after that I will to go back to school to learn more English. And after that I have the baby, and I do nail like for a long time until now. So by the time
Like
I do,
20 years, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, for 20 years doing nail. And then I try something, like, because I spend a lot of time for my work. And then I look in something like more time, with my family. So when I saw the ad message for this online business, that's why I joined in this business. Yes.
Yeah. So you were looking for, you were searching online for ways to make extra money, because that's why this ad popped up, because you were actually looking, how can I do my current nail technique job, but also start to learn something new? I remember you told me that you were wishing you could do something like social media because you knew that that was something you could do from your phone or from your computer, and you could do it maybe when you got home from your job, but no one is going to hire you if you don't have any experience, right? And
Yes,
so,
yes,
so and
exactly,
and,
yes.
and you had to take training, and you didn't have time to take the training, so there was a lot of challenges around trying to find a new business but also be able to stay paying the bills as your nail tech job. And
Yes.
so when this ad came popped up on your screen, because it was things that you were already looking into and searching for, um, it sounded really exciting, and you saw someone on the video that actually kind of sounded like you, and also thought, oh well, if she can do it, I could probably do that. So you looked
Yes.
into it further.
Mm-hmm.
But also, there was a little bit more that you were telling me before about when you were doing this business. There were some things that happened to you that helped you to think, I need to start to find another way. Let's tell everybody that story about what happened to you and why you started looking for something to do for the next 15, 20 years.
Yes, because that time I was very sick. It hard to breathing, and yeah, I feel like I need to do something, like to change my life.
Like a
To
healthier environment. You needed a
yes,
healthier environment. So
mm-hmm.
was this during COVID or was it before COVID that this
before
happened?
before
Okay, so
COVID.
you got
Mm-hmm.
sick, you had a
Mm-hmm.
respiratory problem breathing, and you got
Yes.
very sick before COVID
Mm-hmm.
happened. Okay,
Yes.
so you had to be away from work for a while with your
Mm-hmm.
respiratory issue, and then you were just praying for a solution. You were like, please, I need something else. I can't do if being a nail technician is making me this sick and it's
Yes.
hurting my lungs, I
Mm-hmm.
cannot do this for the next 15 or 20 years. I can't continue to do something that's hurting me because of the
Mm-hmm.
environment that I'm working in. It's not safe. And so,
Mm-hmm.
since you had 20 years working in that environment, your body was starting to have reactions and show problems. So, you were praying for a way to try another way to make money. But also, in the meantime, you were saying, well, if I get to choose what I want to do, you just said, I want to have more time with my family. And you wanted to be able to hopefully work from home or
Mm-hmm.
really ideally work from
Mm-hmm.
anywhere. That would be the
Yes.
best scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when this opportunity that came on your Facebook feed, it looked very interesting because you were able to work from home, spend more time with the family, be able to be anywhere, maybe on vacation in Vietnam, and actually be able to keep checking on your business and keep an eye on your business. And you weren't needing to like lock up the doors and shut down the business just to go do something else. You could keep your business working for you while you did something else, whether it was
Yes.
sleeping
Mm-hmm.
or cooking or eating or cleaning or taking care of your parents or taking care of your children. I mean, there's so many things that you can do now. So we call that time freedom, that you can do, that your online business allows you to do those things, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's the big key important part. And now the other thing about this business, and I'm in this business with her, that's why I know what her business is now part of her business and the business that we are both in is the model is once you start your business, you work to support other people to be successful in their businesses. And so that is in alignment with what Diem likes. She likes helping people. And so now that she can help people be successful and have their own businesses, she's just wanting to find more people that want to be helped so that she can support them. And that's
Yeah.
one of the things that I love about this business model is it aligns with what is in my heart. I like helping people. I like supporting people. And if the job description requires that I help people as a part of my online business, that already matches up with the way that I want to live my life in supporting
Mm-hmm.
others and community. And I know that
Yes.
was one of the reasons that you wanted to do this too. It seems
Yes.
very, very
Mm-hmm.
inviting and very exciting. So one of the ways that you can let people know about your online business is they use something called attraction marketing. So you're not actually talking to people who don't want to be in a business or have a business. You actually are being connected through the system with people who are already interested. Like Diem was looking for an opportunity and came across someone who had something for her to look at. And so when Diem and I knew each other through a previous work experience, and she and I were talking, and she said, oh, you're interested in online businesses too, because she knew what I was doing already. And she said, you might want to learn about this particular business. Now, I was interested. I actually asked her, please send me some information, because I want to look at everything. I want to make sure that I'm making the best decisions for myself and my family. And so when she said she knew of a situation or opportunity with her company, I said, well, please send me some information. And that's when I gave her my email address, or I could have gone to her website and put my own email address in and registered. That's how most people do it. And then what that does is that will invite you, and it invited me, to take an opportunity to watch a few webinars. You have the choice of how many times you want to watch your webinars. I watched 3 webinars before I decided that I wanted to go to phase 2 and learn more about the business. I had enough information to know, excuse me, that this was something that I wanted to look into further. So really, there's no pressure. You get to decide how much time you spend trying to figure out if it's a right fit for you. And that's totally your decision. You need to determine if this is what you're looking for, and if it's a right fit for your desire for how you want to spend your days working. And like I said, you end up working with people that you're supporting. So if that's something you like to do, then that's one aspect of the job that's very helpful. I will also tell you that one of the reasons it was attractive to me personally, because I have a lot of online business experience. I've been doing online business growth for other companies since 2008. So when I saw this business model and recognized what it was offering, I completely got it. And it was a really easy decision for me personally. It didn't take me a long time to figure it out and to mull it over, because I actually knew what they were offering when I heard it.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, this is great. So the whole point is that every individual needs to go through the same process, because the business model is one where no one is convincing you of anything. You are figuring out if it's a right business model, online type of business that you want. So no one's going to try to hard sell you or help you, tell you need to do something. This is completely your decision. And that's why it's important to go through the steps that have been laid out for the business. You first go in through the website of the person who introduced it to you. You watch the webinars. You decide to go to phase 2. At phase 2, you decide if you're going to schedule a coaching call where you get to talk to a live person who's been in the business and is very knowledgeable about the business, and they'll answer all your questions. And then from that call, you decide if you're ready to start growing and investing in your own online business. I will tell you something Diem and I have talked about before is, no matter what business you want to get into, there is always some kind of an investment. There is a time investment. There's, building up some web pages or some websites, or maybe there's, making a business card. I mean, there is always something that you're going to have to put out some money. Some businesses are almost less of a guarantee. Like if you open up a nail studio, you have to sign a lease. It's usually longer than a year, like 5 to 10 years. So you don't even know if your business is going to be good in that location, but you still have to make a major commitment. Then you got to build out the building that you got your lease with. That takes furniture, it takes nail polish, it takes you know, lights and sinks and plumbing. There are so many things to setting up a nail studio. Okay. So and then I have a background. I was with a restaurant group. So we had to set up restaurants, and then we opened the doors and people came and bought food. But you don't even know, when you spend $500,000 to build a restaurant, you hope people come to your restaurant and you hope it makes money, but there's no guarantee. That's why when I saw this business and I saw other people who had been in the business 3, 4, 5 years, and the kind of income that they were making with their time that they put into it, that's why to me it felt like a little bit of a safer business to get into and to participate in, because compared to the investment of having to set up a nail studio or a restaurant or a boutique where I'm going to sell clothing or something like that. Even if you make an online clothing boutique, you have to invest in inventory. You have to get a warehouse to put the things in. You got to deal with shipping. You got to buy packages to put the clothes in a box and ship it in the mail. There are so many things you have to spend money on. So this business to me seemed like a lower entry point to start an online business. So the investment wasn't a problem for me at all, because I know anytime you're going to set up yourself with a shop, you've got to have some investment in your business to make it successful. So do you have any thoughts about, your beginning process of when you started to think about doing this online business, Diem?
Yes, it took me about a week for I watched the webinar, and after that I booked the coaching call right away because I saw the potential this business and the community. I saw a lot of people successful, so I think I can do it because they have the training system. They teach me like step by step. Even I just speak English little bit, but I can do it too.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that even me, I speak English, it's my native language. But if I'm going to be introducing other people to the chance of having a business, to know that it's a global business and anyone around the globe can have this business opportunity. And there are so many people. I mean, we are so lucky to live in the United States, but there are people in other places where, I mean, I know that in Italy it's really hard to find a job and to find work because there's only so much work and so many people that they're all trying to get the same job. So if you can give people a way to make an online income, then you give them a life. You give them an opportunity to have a life and to have a better life. And I love watching the testimonies of people who were from like small fishing village town, and all they had was a vision of being a fisherman their whole life. Like that was one of the girls' stories that I listened to. And I love the fact that now she's able to provide a house, a better house for her family, excuse me, who are on that fishing village for her family and her brothers and her sisters. But she's having a wonderful online business now because the globe is her marketplace. She can represent her online business anywhere in the world. So you have a big market of people that you can help in this business. And that's what I loved about it. And you're right. There is a training that Diem mentioned. There's all the training. And in fact, even if you think you know a lot, like I did, I thought, oh, I've been doing this for 2008. I actually think I know a lot of this stuff. It doesn't even matter if you know it. You need to follow the system. The reason we want you to follow the system is because the system works. They've already figured out over 6 or 7 years of doing this what works. So it's almost like a really good model that they tell you how to be successful. If you follow the step-by-steps process, you can be successful too.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
love the community, like
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned. There's so much community and everybody is willing to help you. Everybody's willing to help you. It's not like, oh, well, I don't know you and you're not going to benefit me, so I'm not going to help you. It's not like that at all. Everyone is about helping everyone because everyone wins when everyone's successful and doing good for the world, basically, right?
Yes.
So, can you think of anything that I haven't mentioned that maybe I should mention before we wrap up this call?
I think very good. You explain like everything is good. Yes.
Yeah, well, first,
Mm-hmm.
before I say goodbye to everybody, I just want to thank you, Diem, for being courageous enough to share with me about the business that you had learned about. And I just encourage you to continue to share with others because it can bring a lot of goodness to the world and to others, people's lives. And I want to do the same thing, which is one of the reasons why we're making this video today. So if you feel like you want to get in touch with Diem, you can go through Diem changes with an s.com. That's DIEMCHANGES.com. And you can find Diem. If you feel like you'd like to ask me some questions or get in touch with me, my website is Lydia's with an S, laptoplife.com. LYDIAS LAPTOPLIFE.com. And you'll find me. When you register, you'll get invited to the webinars, but also we'll get an email that you made an inquiry. And if you're interested, you're going to get my Facebook link and you'll get DMs when you register on her account. And that's the way you can reach out and talk to us. You can ask us questions by going and clicking on our Facebook links and connecting with us in our community of each other, you and the listener and me, and then we can be available to answer any questions that you may have. So thank you, Diem, for being here today.
Oh, thank you, Lydia. By the way, I want to say something like I thank you, Lydia, a lot. When she joined in this business, she helped me a lot. You know, like my English getting better and my computer. She helped me a lot too. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
and I and
Yes.
I and I take beautiful pictures of Diem.
Yes. Yes. She took me a lot of picture too.
Yes, I help
Yes.
Diem take beautiful pictures.
Yes.
I'm her personal photographer.
Yes.
Yes, and so anyway, I'm so glad to have become a closer friend with you, Diem, and it's so great that even though we might struggle trying to communicate with what we want to say all the time, I know that
Yes.
our hearts communicate to each
Yes.
other, and that's what I feel when I'm with you. Is I can communicate through my heart, and you understand, and I appreciate that about you and your friendship. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So, all right, everybody,
Yes.
goodbye. You can look for
Goodbye.
us at dmchanges.com or Lydia's laptoplife.com. And we hope to see you on the other side. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.